I said, if you don't have like crazy haircuts, or if you're not growing out a very extreme haircut where you had to cut the extensions a lot, like let's say that you have them in and you're just trying to grow your hair out, but you say got like 20-inch. If she got those and all you did to her haircut with those extensions in was very lightly slide cut to blend her hair to the rest of those, she could reuse those so many more times because she's not going crazy on it. You know, she's not coloring them and bleaching them and this and that. Some people could just go crazy. The second they think they have extensions, they're like, I'm going to bleach them, even though she said not to. And then they go put Pravana on there, and then they bleach it, and then they do this and this. It's not going to last. But normal wear and tear, they always say an average, like we said, is 3 times. And I know most people, about the 3rd time, you know, heat gets to it and whatnot. Like, I curl mine all the time. So mine, I didn't use any more than about 3 times because I personally damaged them. I did it. I couldn't blame anybody else. I was sitting there just talking away, holding the curling iron. So friends that wear them straight and they don't like curly hair, they like their straight hair. The one girl, she's used them over and over again for like almost 2 years, and they look beautiful. And she has like a dark level 4. She's Italian, good hair. She just wanted length. Just level 4 chocolate brown. They're still pretty. She flat irons it a little bit, and that's it. And she only does it every now and then too. Like, I don't see her.
It probably depends on how abusive you are with them.
Yeah. Like I said, remind them how much is on their head. Like when they start coming in, well, you need to fix this. I'm like, girlfriend, what are you doing to me? You pay a lot of money for that, you know, and they kind of look at you. I'm like, do you remember? Do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
You just got to reiterate, you know, how important it is that they will last so much longer and it will look so much prettier and it will be so much more helpful if they just take those 30 seconds to not or to do the things that we ask them to do. It's that simple. They're either going to or not. But if they don't, that's when you need to remind them, look, I understand that happened and I'm going to help you out, but that happened because, so if you don't want it to happen again, let's not do number 7 or number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Or all of them. Somebody goes home, you make them beautiful platinum, they go home and wash it with Sally's something purple, and they come back, I don't know what I woke up and my hair looked like this. Like, really?
Yeah. So you can't
You
guarantee
lied.
what it's going to look
You're
like.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the contract thing is pretty important.
Exactly, and that's why I go, smile!
Yeah.
You want a red pen? Sign that in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I make a joke of it, but I'm not kidding.
You give them a copy of it too, right?
I literally make them take a picture of it, they get a photo of it, and I keep one. I'm not playing. I do not play. They're going to check every one of those puppies, they're going to sign it. I'm not kidding about the photo and their pic on my phone. If anybody has extensions, it's a picture of them going like this.
You basically learned the hard way to
I
do it
sure
that way,
did,
right?
like 4 times. Like 4 times. Like, I was like, oh, that was a once in a lifetime. And then I was like, oh,
Like, no.
again? Oh my God.
What have you seen with people that have excessively oily hair versus?
That's hard. So there are some times where, unfortunately, we have to be the bearer of bad news and be like, I can't do this. And they're going to want to be like, well, so-and-so down there said she could. Well, anybody can do it, but they're going to fall out of your head. And you're going to waste your money, and I can't help you.
So what if they have excessively oily hair? Do you tell them to shampoo their hair more often?
I mean,
Does that help or not?
no, if they natural, I mean, you know, some people just have, there's some things, I mean, we're all hairdressers, we all know there's some things you're just like, I don't know, she has crazy oily hair. Like, there are just some people, there's one lady I know specifically that one of my friends do hers, she has really oily hair and she's like insistent, like, you are putting these in, I understand. They always fall out 3 weeks. And the lady knows it. She knows it. She comes in and pays for them to be retaped, put back in, because she knows that she has had oily hair her whole life. So you just have to make sure and tell people, look, this isn't normally something good for you. If you're really persistent about it, I will do it. But generally those are people that kind of like will maybe ask more like, well, maybe the clip-ins or maybe for special occasions or, you know, something like that. You just really have to kind of, it sucks, but you have to tell them to unfortunately no every now and then. Another thing is somebody has extremely short hair. I hate to say it, but we have people your haircut all the time that come into the hair shows and they're like, I want hair down to here, and I'm like, nope.
No.
That's another good way. A lot of good ways to introduce the extensions to your salon are you wearing them.
Yeah.
I got like 5 clients in 1 month when I came back,
They're
just
like,
from training. Yeah, I was literally sitting there one day just brushing my hair with nothing in mind, and there was like 4 girls staring at me, and I had no clue. No clue. And all of my other girlfriends kept coming up, hey, she wants those. And you know, you keep it clean. If people are gonna refer you, you
Yeah.
marry each other. So they do the color, they do everything. You tell me what we work together, do the extensions. They go back to their guests or to their stylist. So that's how we keep that. Sometimes that stylist feels like not as comfortable, and they ask me if I will maintain them while they have the extensions in, and I do that. And then when I take them out, they still do their color and everything like that. But sometimes they're a little nervous about it. So sometimes one of my coworkers will be like, you know, while she has the extensions in, could you do it? I don't want to be the reason. But then the second the extensions are out, then I book with my girlfriend again. So that's been like how I do that.
What about a thickening tonic or volumizing tonic that would be sprayed right through?
Nope. You're pushing it. You can't have it all, okay? You can't have it all. I would up here.
Should be having ton of hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once you get
Well,
extensions,
volumizing, I mean,
Maybe like a year where you don't have them.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if you what you would do.
I mean, I would,
Say no?
you know, if
You
they
can't
don't
do
go above your eyebrows, just
say
make
no.
sure that, you know, you don't,
Get it on that.
Don't get anything at the roots.
yeah,
Okay, just
just
everything like.
stay away from
Okay.
spritz them in your bangs or whatever. There's a lot of people that also like to
Would you say
spray
they can't
heat
wait?
products in their hair.
They
and
can't,
that's one thing. Heat
Okay.
safe products, a lot of people won't think about it, they'll just mist
That's what I'm
styling
saying.
mist.
What about like the hairsprays like that?
That has alcohol in it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get that
So you
on
can't
there.
use any.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
Oh yeah, I use the hairspray all the time. You just
Okay.
don't want to be like.
You just don't want to be like
Just on the
you can do it on the
outer.
outside. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would always go
Outside
like this
layer.
and drop my hair over the
Okay,
hairspray,
gotcha.
so that my curls would stay full, but it wasn't hard.
Gotcha.
It was sprayed in place, so I would always
10 to
spray
12
it.
inches from hair.
You know. Yeah, it's like accidental after a while. You just like do it.
Stay back. I know.
I know.
But definitely do more Brazilian blowouts.
That's why I even do Brazilian blowouts on my hair extension people.
I heard that if doing a Brazilian over the hair extensions makes them last longer. I heard that from somebody else.
Well, you know what it does? I find that it meshes the textures together, and it aids in it lasting longer. I think because visually, it's more blended.
So you apply that underneath the bond?
I do that after I put in the extensions, and what I do is I just completely avoid that area. I only Brazilian like 2/3 of the extensions.
Okay, so that it's down lower.
Because of that heat.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit there and
And the product itself, right?
Before the extensions, do like on
Because I feel like it's slick though, because don't you need like clean, detoxified hair?
Well, I do that when I put in their extensions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
fine.
then that's why you wouldn't be able to do the Brazilian first, then the extension.
Sometimes I'll even, like the one girl that she lives here at the beach and she's got like curly hair. She was the surfer. I found a shell in her extension one day. It was like stuck to one of her tape-ins. Like one of those little tiny baby ones that open when they die.
Yeah.
It was like stuck to her extension and I kind of thought she was joking. She's like, I think there's some things living in my hair. I was like, oh, stop it. And I literally was taking these things out and I was like, what is that? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, picks up her hair and I was like,
It's a shell.
like literally, what is that? And it was a shell. It was a little tiny thing, a little
my
crustacean
God,
thing. I
caught
was like,
in
you
there.
have a once living thing in your hair. She's like, that's what I have you for. I was like, oh my god.
Like, I don't want to touch it.
Where is your ticket? Because I'm writing extra on there.
Removal of shell.
Yeah. I have all kinds of things on our notes, and I show them like, do you see the note I put on you today? She's like, stop it, Carmen. I'm like, okay, safe. Safe. Every one of them safe. I had one on there from 2013. I was like, what could you do to me that day? And she's like, shut up. So, it's funny, right? Actually, that's really funny when you do that stuff mean to people and you're like, you're going to sign in blood and I'm going to take a picture of you holding that. If you show them that like a year later, they're like, oh my god, that was so funny. I'm like, you remember you were scared of me? And they're like, I know. We all laugh.
Yeah.
Still not kidding.
It's your yearly reminder.
Yeah, it's like on some of their time hops, a couple of them, they're like, look at this, look, you made me take a picture and put it on Facebook. I'm like, yep, everybody knew. That's the good ones. Those are the only ones that I know that are going to kind of not listen to me, and I threaten them with that.
From the bad review on my.
There's a picture of you.
Sign that.
You start making people sign stuff, they start getting all sweaty, they're like, wait, why?
That's my contract. Kelly's right. How much that? All the contracts.
I'm telling you, I have one. I'll email that to you too. I have a bunch of stuff I'm gonna email to her that you guys can have to keep. Like one of them, like I said, I sent you the price list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna email you a bunch of this stuff later on this evening. The do's and the don'ts. It's an actual list instead of me up here joking about stuff. It is the Babe contract, but it's also an idea. Not everybody uses that exact one. If you guys have something specific that you find happens in your demographic area at the beach, specifically, I would add something in there, like crustaceans found. It's like a $50 charge or something. So on the I-tips, the actual I-tip itself is the length that it is because of that specifically. This one that I have is a little trimmed down because this is practice hair, but when you get them, they're the exact length because you can get 3 perfect uses out of there. And the reason we know that is because when you use this and you clamp that bead down once in the middle and then once on each side, you're going to bend this and it's going to be flattened and then you can't quite get it back in that hole. So you snip that little tiny piece off, but then you still have 2 to 3 pieces remaining. Okay. So if you do it right and you're just very, very, very ginger with it, I mean, you could probably get 4 if you're really hot to out of it, right down there. So yeah, 3 to 4. 4 at the most. I usually tell people 3 to be realistic, and if they're really trying to squeeze one by there.
And so you charge them the same as the fusion, and then when they come back, you charge them to take it out, and then you charge them to put it back in the same.
Yeah. Just think of it like colors. It's a little bit easier to wrap around. I always did it like that first in my head. I just thought about it like I was foiling. I just foiled every single hair in my head. That's what I thought about it. Instead of putting this in, because it kind of brain warped me. Like I was like, I'm putting all this in her head. Yeah. I'm putting that in there. I'm making it look like I overthought everything. For like probably the first year, I would sit there and just be like, and I overthought everything. And after a while, I sat my girlfriend down and I was like, I'm gonna give you a full head of extensions. I'm gonna take them all out. And she's like, are you crazy? I was like, I don't know, maybe. I'm gonna do it again and just sit there. So I did that like every week, and I got it down where I did it in like 2 hours. It was super easy, and I just stopped thinking about it. I literally just like if you draw a head, I'll send you a diagram. I have one actually. I just thought about it. I have a good one. It actually has a placement for tape, I-tips, and fusion for average size head. The general, which most people have, you know. It sounds really weird, but every now and then somebody has like a really big occipital lobe back here, and you kind of have to put a little extra hair here because your hair will split.
Yeah.
Another little tip is you want to go around a cowlick. Don't ever think you can correct that bad boy because you cannot. That extension will pop right out of that thing. I was like, oh my god, I did that. I took it out.
At least you can take it right back out, yeah.
Thank God it was a bead. I was like, oh. So it's similar to some other things out there. It's similar, yeah. Okay. It's our own version. They have different gram weights. So there's some that are for medium and some that are for much thicker, denser hair. So they have the different lengths, different weights. And we also, there's a little bit of information about the clip-ins. You guys already know about the clip-ins. There's some more about that. And of course, I don't know if it matters, but all of our hair colors have fun little 50s names.
I know.
They all have like fun little names. Another thing that doesn't matter, I get to dress up pinup style at the hair shows. I feel like a little doll. I'm like, little cupcake dresses. It's the only time you're going to see me in that. So otherwise, and then this is the Insta hair. So this is the crown. I'm going to pass this around like I said, but it's similar like you said.
Does it have like the wire?
It's like a little wire there and it's adjustable, and you basically do just like most of the same ideas. Kind of lift this up here into like a circle underneath your occipital, clip it up, put it on there, and it's so weird at first. I was like, that's not gonna stay on my head. Because I do this like all the time. I'm one of those talkers. I'm like, it's not gonna stay. And it did. It really did. I was surprised. It sits perfectly though, like underneath your hair, and it just sweats out, so it's fine. So there's that, and then there are also Insta bangs. For people like me, they're like, I'm gonna cut my bangs. And then 2 days later, I was like, oh my god, why did I cut my bangs? My hair looked just like that 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
So we should keep some in the salon just for people that want bangs, so they can see what they look like.
Are those clip-ins? Yeah, so this is the regular, I think they call them doll bangs. And then this one is glam bangs. We have some side swept. And we have regular bangs too. So if you're just feeling a little, you know, little bangy that day, you can click them in and then you just take them right out. And And then there are the hair colors in the back, so I'll let you guys.
You know
take
my
a little
bangs,
look.
I could try it once. You can see Curly going to school and trying
Now, there
to
you
put
go.
him on for school.
Get those bad boys.
Hey, what are
And
they
I
saying?
think most of the colors. I don't remember how many colors in there, but there's quite a few to check.
Do they come in ombre colors too, you said?
Oh.
Or the tapen ones? Everybody, I'm fading.
They're growing.
They're fading.
I still got your wristband on.
So,
Oh, this?
ever
I like
ombre.
I just love the house.
Oh, yeah, okay, absolutely.
I just
What'd they give you?
You're like, I gotta go
When I
back.
come in,
Okay.
like I said, I'll generally take them and lay them on a towel or something or
Okay.
foil, and that's when I'll do it.
And then the ombre, okay.
I do like that, and then wash them all and then separately. And then, like I said, if there's something that I want to completely match the second they get there, like if I really like, I get all weird and mix like 3 things together sometimes
Yeah.
for glosses, and I'm like, there's not a color that matches that because I made it. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just highlight them, and that's why I said when they come in, I'll gloss them really quickly. Yeah, and you always want to match the beads to the person's base color, not the extension. And the reason I always had that backwards, like when I started, I was like, that's silly. Like I always wanted to, like if I was putting in highlights, put a blonde bead, but they go like this in the wind, and all you see are little white dots all
Oh
over
my
the
gosh.
It's so
I've
ugly.
seen
That's
some come
funny.
in,
Yes.
that done,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And it's like you don't realize it until you do it. You look at it, and you're like, I just did that. I just did that, and so you take it out. So yeah, once you do it, you're gonna be like, wow. So yeah, it's something so simple that we don't really think about because we think of the hair color. So, but always match that.
Beats the base.
Yeah, it's really kind of hard sometimes. Like if you're doing something like an ombre on somebody and they have like long dark brown hair, and you're doing like a caramel, you want to put that different colored bead up there. You know, it's just you just want to, but you can't. So. And any questions about the Insta hair? It's pretty basic. Yeah. I think it sounds silly, but most people have been really excited about the bangs.
Yeah.
or my
Really
client was
excited.
just talking about it the other day, she goes, I really
Yeah.
want these like clipping bangs.
Now, how does it go in? I mean, like,
They're just a little tiny, they're clip-ins, but they're just a little weft, and it's just like slightly curved, so it sits right there about an inch or 2 back, and it's just enough hair. Sit down there, and it's just like 2 little tiny clips. And they have just all bangs that go across, and they have the slightly longer that swoops.
that sounds like so much fun.
I got to try one at the hair show. Now it was like platinum, so it didn't match me, so I wasn't
Sure.
gonna buy it. But it was like one of our little brand new ones that we got to play with and show people. And what I did was I took like 2 of the teeniest, tiniest little tiny bobby pins. They like make those little baby mini ones.
Yeah.
And I just kind of put it like that, and then I clipped it over, and it blended nicely. Yeah, I didn't have anybody even like, they didn't kind of go like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Are my bangs crooked? It's not the wig you're adjusting, you're like fixing your whole entire hair on your head, No, they're really good, and you just slightly back home and then just pin it and clip just like regular clip-ins, and they're just small little simple ones. And they're really tight too, I was surprised. You gotta really get in there and clip on them. So another little good tip, I'm glad that he asked about this. If I do eye tips, if I remember correctly, this loop tool holds, I believe, I want to say about 45 beads. I think, give or take a few. So, lesson learned, get 2 of these.
Okay.
And fill them up, because unless you're like perfectly timed where you want like to have like they need to go cigarette break or go do something real fast, it'll take you a few minutes to load these things. So it's simple, but it's another 5-minute time saver to have this sitting there already.
That's how you do the eye tip one?
The eye tip or the flat tip.
Yeah.
So, you just always want to make sure and have this stuff all ready, like I said. It's a lot easier if you don't have to do it at the moment that you need to have it. Silicone thread beads, they are going to slide differently than the threaded beads. But they also have a touch more cushion, so if you are doing the eye tips and it's somebody who has finer hair, this might actually have a little touch of a grip because of the silicone in there. You want to come up to the one over here. You guys want to try an eye tip? So again, in your own space, when you're doing this for a customer, you're going to have stuff set up a little bit more easily for you.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll show
Yeah,
you one. I'll show you one here, and then you can do it after. Again, it's very simple. It's just kind of fighting your mind.
Me too.
So to me, like some people just take this perfect little square. Again, in my head, I'm foiling.
Yeah.
So I always take a slice first.
Okay.
And that's way too big.
It's a cool little thing.
It's awesome.
You like scratch people's backs after that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I have to tell you this. It's not a hair extension.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get 10 of these and be Catwoman for Halloween.
Yeah.
I thought
You
it was so
should.
fun. I
That
was
was
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. My friends are like, God, why do you have the?
Because I want it.
I know. I was like, oh, I have them all. Okay, so this is mannequin hair, so it is not as consistent. You all know this
Yeah.
as normal people hair. So it's just like threading a needle. We all know. I thread that. So what I like to do is get that really far up, further than I normally would ever put it,
Okay.
so that I know for a fact that that's gonna stay there. I'm gonna hang on my pinky just because I'm not in my element right here. Can somebody grab me, please? That black case on the other side of the mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
That right there. It has some little pliers in there, which I should have grabbed first. So that is your Lux tool, which you will absolutely need. This is also handy.
So, oh, it's stuck at the top.
There you go. It's also handy for your tape-ins. If you don't like to squeeze, you can use that to make them tight also. So I can open it up for you for just 1 second. So I put this in here, like I said, a lot tighter than I will keep it, just to keep the tension up there. You're never gonna put it that close because what's it gonna do?
It's gonna pull and hurt.
Waterfall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
called
gonna come right
waterfall.
up. Okay.
That's exactly what it'll do
Yeah.
if it's too close. Same
My
thing with the
Little Pony.
tape-ins. Yes, My Little Pony. Just
Okay.
think about that. You'll never forget
Say
that.
one in volume, and you could like stick them all up and be
Oh my
like,
God.
instant volume.
I said it as a joke once, and they just like glared at me. I was like,
I'm just kidding.
so put it up there, and then I instantly drop 0 so that you don't have the waterfall. Now again, this is a used one, so it's a little bit shorter than your, don't have fresh. Now I put that in further again than I normally would, so that I know it's not going to fall out while I'm holding it. So give me those, please. I'll explain all the little different grooves on this in a moment, but I'm going to use the end. And what I do is I'm going to lightly hold the bead, not squeeze it yet, and then you slide the extension down just to the tip. You only want to see a tiny minuscule of that.
Okay.
Now you can check that it's in a nice position, so I'm going to really squeeze. Then you squeeze. Then you squeeze. And you can move.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's what you want to make sure of. Any tighter, and that wouldn't be comfortable, but that's a good, nice position there. And you always, on the person you wouldn't. But to make sure, since you're practicing, you want to make sure and see how tight it is when you do it. Because if you don't clamp it on all 3 sides properly, you'll see it start to squish on one side, or you'll see hair pull on one side or whatnot. You'll see exactly where you didn't put enough pressure. And when you do squeeze enough, I squeeze really hard because I'm always worried that it's going to fall off. If you squeeze really hard, you'll see just a dot of that silicone kind of push up, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to get you guys some hair and some more beads. Why don't you guys put some in? And we're going to use, put that here, and if you want to try to use that. And then we're going to squeeze with the end, this part here. So you're going to squeeze once in the middle, and then you're going to squeeze the outside edge of the envelope, and then this side of the envelope. Okay? You go ahead and try, and it's just like the other one, it's going to feel awkward.
So you like take a slice first, though.
So think about it, you want to get as much hair in that bead as the extension. You want it to be even.
Okay.
So try to pick up enough hair to match this extension.
Okay. Okay. So I can
Right
like
next
a little
to it.
bit more, or just pick up right here, like.
Nope, you want it to be completely straight line.
Okay.
Exactly like that, yeah.
Just stretch more there.
Yeah, you're good there. And then you're going to slice it this way.
So it's this way.
Enough that matches. Yep, that's good. Okay, and then what you're going to do is thread that through there. Here, I'll
Yeah.
hold
I
this because
have
that'll
no idea. Okay.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is, I'll just show you, I'm not gonna do it. Like this, grab, like this, and then we'll slide up. I know, it's totally weird, and it's supposed to be, that's why it's like, you can't mess it up because you're learning.
Okay, so you thread it through
Yeah?
like that. And then,
You want to so you're gonna get it like this, you slide your hand here.
okay.
Why does hold that?
Hold that up the top. Okay.
So now what you're gonna do. Okay, so here's, yeah, that's good. 0 elevation.
So you can bring this.
Yep, that's good. Right like that. And then you're gonna take that. You're gonna move it just a little bit.
Backwards.
Backwards.
Oh, like there you go. Okay. Okay. And
You can shove it in all the way further than you're going to make sure it's there. And hold it with your left hand. Hold it, butt that big. You're gonna take the wires.
so these ones probably go up a little bit further.
No, I only do that at the moment to make sure that it's not going to go too far, because if you shut it back up, you'll get a teased look over here.
Okay.
So now that it's there, what you're going to do is you're going to take that and just very lightly touch the bead and hold it.
Okay. So this one you don't move down like
Just ever so slightly, just a dot. Yeah. So squeeze there, and then you can check and make sure it looks beautiful. So squeeze once again in the middle again to make sure it's clamped perfectly tight, and then you're going to clamp on both of the outside edges to make an envelope. And make sure you see how secure it feels.
oh, okay.
Pretty good. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You got to get
It's
your
just
mind
you get your
around it.
own like technique going and that's that.
Okay.
If I get going, I mean, I start
Like with
flinging.
It's fun, like
It's
when you're in the rhythm.
It's like a grandmother crocheting. They
Yeah,
just do it,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it's like
Try
you
it?
slow down.
Yeah,
So, again, it's mannequin here,
Going
so
straight
it's
down.
a little bit different. So like that.
Okay.
You know what? That's a weird spot for the mannequin. So
Yeah,
let's go
this is-
over here.
okay.
Yeah, that wasn't you. That was the mannequin.
Let's take a little
So go there.
smidge.
And then go there. See how that matches? So that's perfect right there.
Okay.
So try that. Okay. There.
Can I push this on? Okay.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the bead with your left hand. I'll hold this for you. You're gonna hold this.
Oh, okay. Let go of her.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So then,
I put the thing up.
yeah. So you're gonna hold this a little closer just to keep the tension, and then take those with your right hand.
Don't need okay. Don't need a little thing.
You're gonna push that in, yeah, more further up than you would, just to hold the spot.
That's as far as it will go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, just, yep, that's perfect. Just like that. Yep. And then you're gonna take that.
And down a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna
there.
very lightly.
That's the
Make sure
center.
it's as close to the head as possible, though. You get a little tight. There you go.
Like that.
You want to squeeze real good in the middle. Real, yep. And then you're gonna squeeze on both sides. There you go. And you want to check. Make sure there's no loose hairs, but you're not. Looks good.
Swing it around.
Yeah, looks good.
Good. Okay.
That's very nice.
Good. Thanks.